week 26 on my road to Worlds. So this officially marks the 1 year halfway point. Just a little bit of feedback. I obviously didn't achieve everything I wanted to achieve this year in terms of competitions and results. So I didn't make the state team. I wasn't able to compete at the National Oceanic event. However, pretty much everything else is going right. Physically and mentally, I am probably in the best state I've ever been in, except for one small factor which I'll get into. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, so I'm enjoying the training, I'm enjoying the climbing. Everything's going in the right direction, which is good. Hopefully next year, this time, it will be in a better state in terms of my results, but there's only one way to get there, and that's to keep working. Small little thing that's happened, the A2 pulley on my pinky is a bit aggravated. It's not a tear or anything, it might just be a small strain. It's definitely not anything serious. I can still climb. All I need to avoid is pressure on the point of the pulley. And also when I'm crimping, it's fine to stay in like a half drag, like this position that I'm in now. The only issue comes in when I start going into a full crimp. As soon as I get here and I'm applying too much pressure, it's really not liking that. Also just the really quick kind of engaging, like you hit a whole squeeze, that quick activation, I need to avoid those as well, which comes in later in my videos. So pretty much I just need to be careful with it, do my rehab, and I should be fine in no time. Let's have a look at this week's training. So this boulder here was just a simple little dyno, nothing too crazy. I just took the hand off there just to avoid kind of the weight on that pulley, and then the rest of this boulder was fairly simple. That pinch wasn't the nicest, but it didn't hurt, so I just found it alright. This is a boulder that I found really hard. Actually, I found the intended really hard, but I did find the top just hard in general. My toe hook wasn't strong enough for that bit, so I kind of just campused up, because that's normally what I do in those kinds of boulders. It's probably a boulder I need to go back to next week and just redo it, but actually try and do the toe hook. It took me a few goes to actually do this top move. I didn't count that because I wasn't in control. So, yeah, do it again. And as I went on, I just, just abandoned the toe quicker. Like that guy actually wanted to try it again and just felt even worse, so I just dropped it down. And actually made a worse attempt at the top on this one. You see there, I just, as I step up, I just couldn't even go to match it. I just slid straight up. It was like a 30-degree day as well. I don't know what's happened with my camera here. The issue I found with the top actually is as I went in the right-hand Gaston, like press, whatever, I don't know. I can't remember if it was a press or a Gaston. It was kind of in between. I just lost strength in the wrist. Not in an injury sort of way, just got to a point that I just couldn't actually engage anymore. And this bit here, I just kind of moved my left foot over, stayed lower on the hold and didn't swap feet, which seemed to work. This boulder here was a nice little kind of like jump foot stab, and I found it easier with the right foot, which was very confusing, but generally it's better with the left, but I just found it easier with the right. I find left foot catches pretty hard, which you'll see in a bit later. This top section is nothing too hard. I try to do a different thing, so I try to kind of like skate across, which for someone of my leg length is just a bit hard, just because it's too close together. That's why the kind of one step through and jump is a lot easier for someone of my height. And I just kind of try to jump to the top. I think if my hand was feeling better, I might have been able to engage a bit more. So what I said with the left foot, here I try and catch it with the left foot, and one of two reasons. One, I'm not good at that move, and two, it was getting a bit too much for my finger, so I try to move on. This one here was quite a nice boulder, which I'm quite sad that I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to. So I was only able to try two of the betas that I wanted. First catch wasn't much of anything really. It was a bit awkward, this bit here, but once I hit that right hand, it was pretty easy. I didn't want to throw into the crimp on the left, But the foothold was good enough. I could just kind of sit on it and pull myself over and didn't have to throw into the crimp on the left hand. The second bait I wanted to try was from here. Instead of going high foot, going left and then popping out right. Once I do the first move, is to kind of set my hands up and just pop out straight to the right hand. Just get a little lache into it. And then kind of campus in. And then I guess the top section's the same. The other beta that I really wanted to try but won't be able to because of my hand was kind of hitting the right and like one motion, like 1, 2, 3. Continuing the motion, but I won't be able to do that just because it'd be too much force and too much quick activation force on the left. This skate across is a hard to execute boulder if you're not committing to it. And all these goes, you see myself, my weight is kind of in between the two volumes instead of just trying to stand up on the left properly. Even there, like I was able to kind of hit the crimp, but my foot was too far out. And I think as I continue on, you see the weight is just on top of the left foot, so I can actually like stand on it with my full weight. And this top section wasn't too bad. I found it pretty easy. I'm kind of like just 3-fingering that left hand that I'm on there. But in all fairness, it wasn't all that hard. I tried to do a couple variants. So I just took out a couple holds on this one. I took out the first 2 crimps and the bottom foot. Just to make it a little bit harder, so I had to catch it no hands. I was able to catch it there and then just foot popped off. But you'll see here, I'm actually getting onto the left foot, which is the main thing. Even though I did that terribly, I actually got on it and all my weight was on the foot, which made it just made the move possible. And then, yeah, top wasn't too bad again. This one, again, variant, but I'm actually trying to just continue left foot, not go left, right, left, kind of just pop the left, and then just using the first crimp, the high foot, and straight to the top. I nearly had that one there. I just kind of was in the wrong position slightly, and then I was able to execute on this one. I really want to try this again next week, but without that crimp. And I also kind of want to try it from here, obviously without the crimp, and just stepping straight up into the top, which, yeah, just another variant that would be fun to try. But pretty much, yeah, that's the week. Just need to stay careful with my finger, give another 4 or so weeks. So by the new year, I think my finger should be 100%. Obviously, that's if I take good care of it. If I don't overdo it, I do my rehab properly, everything should be fine. So that's the goal from now on, and we will see how it goes from here on out. Stick around for the journey.